Do you struggle with shoulder pain and you're not sure what the heck is going on? Stay tuned and check out this video where we talk about what shoulder pain is, what can be going on, and my 3-step pain traffic light to help monitor what you can do and can't do in the gym. I want to first start out by talking about the P word, pain. Pain is very complex. It is unique to every single individual, and there's a lot more stuff that goes into it than what you might hear at traditional healthcare. In a few moments, I'm going to direct you to watch a short video that goes more in depth about pain. After the video, we're going to go over my shoulder pain traffic light, and we're going to give you understanding of whether you should push it and when you need to back off in the gym and in daily life.
Once upon a time, all the lands were fraught with persistent pain. So widespread was this affliction that 1 in 4 people experienced it. The pain lasted for more than 3 months. It shadowed their daily lives, held them back from everyday activities, and the interventions they tried proved useless. Hey, pain, go away, we've tried it all, but still you stay. Moving less, taking pills, knives and needles, and still we're sore. We can't take no more, no more. But the pain remains like a loyal companion. The people's hopes faded, and they became resigned to living with the pain. Only now the pain was a beast. Then along came a group of researchers, of which I am one. Back off, big fella. I'm Professor Lorimer Mosley, and I'm a pain scientist. Pain scientists are starting to think differently about pain and its causes, and we're making exciting discoveries, like how the way you think about your pain can change the way it feels. Over the next few minutes, I'll help you to understand your pain. Understanding is important because it can change how much things hurt and how much your body can do, and it can help you to tame the beast. First, trust me about this. Pain is not an accurate measure of tissue health. Pain is a protector. By making unpleasant feelings, your brain changes your behaviour so you can avoid injury or your tissues can heal. Sometimes pain is not helpful, like phantom limb pain. You don't expect a missing limb to ache, but it does, and the pain is very real. So how do we explain this? Well, pain is a warning signal from your brain that depends on credible evidence to say your body needs protecting. Sometimes pain's too protective and you get unnecessary warning signals. Pain scientists now understand that there are many ways our nervous system ends up producing unnecessary warning signals. Take conditioning, for example. You think of Pavlov's dog. Every time food was offered, Pavlov rang a bell. Of course, the dog would salivate seeing the food. This went on for a while. Eventually, the dog was conditioned to salivate for the bell alone. Well, conditioning is just one of the ways your body learns pain. And the longer your nervous system produces pain, the better it gets at producing it. Your body learns pain. So what feeds this beast? Well, let's look at how pain works. In your body's tissues, there are specific neurons which normally only respond to harmful stimuli, whether mechanical, chemical, or thermal. When they are activated, they send a warning signal to your spinal cord, which can in turn send a signal to your brain. This activity in neurons is called nociception, and it's happening all the time, but only sometimes results in pain. Most of the time, the brain protects you with other things, like movement. Once the warning signal reaches the brain makes sense of it based on the information arriving and a vast amount of information already stored. If there's good reason to think protection is required, then your brain makes pain. One of our amazing discoveries is that you can have pain without any physical stimuli. Thoughts and places might activate the warning signals, and the pain feels exactly the same. But it's not just your brain. Your spinal cord also learns how to generate unnecessary warning signals. So how do you know when your nervous system is learning pain? You may notice your pain spreads or comes on without warning. Your body feels odd and it's hard to move properly. Your pain changes quickly with your mood and small annoyances can set it off. Old injuries start to hurt again. You're more sensitive to stimuli, and the longer the pain goes on, the more all of this occurs. The old way we understood pain could not explain these things and left many sufferers feeling like no one believed it was real, or for it to hurt so badly there must be a major tissue problem. But we now know how persistent pain happens. So how can you tame the beast? Pain is a very personal thing. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. And while you probably have well thought out coping strategies, it's time to take a new approach to dealing with and reducing your pain. one that focuses on retraining your pain system. This might mean testing yourself physically and moving more than you normally would. Being honest about your current attitudes and beliefs can also help, as can asking your health professional new questions.
How do I know if my pain system is being overprotective?
How do I retrain my pain system to be less protective?
How do I know if I'm safe to move?
So be brave and have hope, because it is possible to tame the beast.
That video is awesome for understanding what pain truly is and the different factors with it. The more that we understand pain and the fears that are around pain, we understand how we can control it and things that we can focus on. But we also know other areas in our life that we need to control as far as diet, other stressors, sleep, and bringing everything together as a whole. The more things that you can control and put on your side, the less shoulder pain that you're going to experience, the less amount of flare-ups that you're going to have, and the time that your experience can flare up will also be significantly less. People with shoulder pain go on a shoulder pain roller coaster ride. And this is what I mean. They'll be doing pretty good. They'll try something, and what happens? They flare up. They rest. They're told to ice it. They might get an injection. But when they go back to that same activity, what happens? They have another flare up. And they stay on this cycle over and over because the root cause truly isn't being addressed. This is a pain traffic light. This is going to help us monitor when we need to push things in the gym and in life, and when we need to back off with different things. So let's just take an example here. Let's say the highest that your pain level has been in the last couple weeks is a 6 out of 10. Now, a 0 means 0 pain. A 10 is the worst pain imaginable. So a 6 is fairly high. So when we're looking at this traffic light and we need to know what we can do to either push it or back off, this is what we're going to refer to. If we're doing an activity and it is a 6 out of 10 or higher, what this is doing is this is putting us in a fight or flight state. It is raising our stress levels, our heart rate, our pain levels, and then we're also getting poor sleep on top of this. If you are doing an activity and you are constantly pushing it, you are going to be living in this stage and you are going to be living in fight or flight. What we need to do is we need to take an activity and we need to back it down and start to modify it. As long as pain levels are a 1, 2, or 3 out of 10, generally that means it's pretty safe. It's not going to spike the nervous system and you're going to be able to recover fairly well with it. Now, that doesn't mean that just because it's a 2 out of 10 and it starts creeping up to a 5 or 6 that we keep pushing. That means we monitor different things. We control different things, such as lowering the weight, doing less reps, switching out the exercise for something else, anything that we can do to lower the stress levels. If we are a 0, shoulders feeling good, this means we can try a little bit more. That doesn't mean that you can just start doing cartwheels if you haven't done cartwheels for months without pain, but that means try a little bit more. You know, if you're having pain with bench pressing, try some light dumbbells, try to push the weight a little bit. The important thing to know, guys, is you might be a 2 out of 10 during the workout, but how does it feel that night? Are you able to sleep? Are you waking up the next day and it's a 9 out of 10? You always need to revert back to what you did the day before. There's so many other factors that can be going on throughout the day or in the gym that can be contributing to these pain levels here. But if you're following these guidelines and living in this yellow and green zone, you're generally going to be pretty safe. You're going to limit the amount of flare-ups that you're having. And overall, you're going to be sleeping a lot better because you're not spiking that sympathetic nervous system. The first step in fixing your shoulder pain is scheduling a one-on-one online shoulder assessment. After the root cause of the shoulder pain is determined, a specific game plan can be drawn up to fix all your shoulder pain for good. If you're tired, you tried PT, chiropractic, massage, injections, PRP, or even more, and you're ready to take action and fix this for good, text me the word pain to 720-710-4371 for a tailored step-by-step approach on diagnosing what your shoulder pain is and how we can fix it in the long term. Do this right now so you don't miss the opportunity to fix your shoulder pain and get your life back. After reaching out, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to put out as much shoulder content as possible, and we're trying to help 1 million people around the world avoid unnecessary imaging, surgeries, or injections, getting rid of their shoulder pain and getting their lives back. At Comeback Performance, the comeback is always stronger than the setback.